What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Breezy Baby, and I'm back with another little update for you guys. Scratch that, it ain't even an update. I'm gonna show you guys how I do my fade and how I do my lining and my shape up on, around my beard. But yes, I'm gonna show you my taper fade that I do on my sides, and then I'm gonna show you how I do my lining for you guys. For the people that wanna know, I got you. So stay tuned. Your boy is finna bring some heat. Let's get it, man.
Never know when someone come and try to take my life. I be sleeping with the 45 like every night. In the whip, I pray to God I don't see flashing lights. God damn, they right behind me. And I wake up every day. I wake up every day with the same.
Alright now guys, so basically what I'm doing is just getting my hair up out the way so that way I can see where my taper is and see where I need to part off the hair so that way it can get ready to be cut. I was having a little bit of hard time getting it into that little messy little bun, that little baby bun, but I got it. You see it, bam, little baby messy bun. But so basically what I'm gonna do is show you what clippers that I'm going to be using, which is going to be the Walls 5-star. These are the ones that I used when I was working in the barbershop. They are very smooth when it comes to cutting. I really like these clippers. If you ever want to buy clippers, I suggest the Walls 5-star. So that lever that I'm showing you guys is the lever for the guard to go up and down. So it's like no guard. And before you put a guard on, you can move that lever up and down. So I'm gonna be working with that as well, but right now I'm just gonna go ahead and part the hair and comb the hair out to see where I want to cut at and make sure I don't cut into my locks. So now I'm finna use the end of the comb, and then I'm finna just move the hair over and keep my hand where my fade is and bring it down. So that way it's not going to be a perfect line because my dreads are not in the perfect line. So yeah, anyway, but all that hair that I just pulled down, that is all the hair that I'm going to be cutting that I do not want on my head. So basically now that I showed you the guard is a one guard that I'm going to use with open, the lever. So that way it will cut the hair down. So it's like, it's a one guard, but it's basically a 1.5 guard because I have the lever open. So now what I'm doing is just cutting all that extra hair down so that way I can see more and making sure I don't cut my locks, because that's one thing you do not want to do is cut your locks, because once you cut your lock, maybe that lock might get damaged and it might create thinning at the root. So you're going to have to wait until your hair grow back to add more hair into that lock that you cut. Thank God I never cut into my lock, but hey, I'm not going to jinx myself. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just knocking that hair down, knocking it down, just like a regular old haircut type. Knocking it down. And then basically I brush it, and then I realize, I see another little heavy line that I want to knock out, so I knock that out. And then brush that off. Got a little piece of strand there. Yep, cut that. And then yeah, just smooth it on out just like that and keep going. Yep, guys. And then the next thing that I'm gonna be doing is taking that one guard off, and then I have that lever. I'm moving it up and down. So basically I'm opening that guard back up, and I'm just gonna go ahead and create my borderline of where I want my fade to start. So basically I'm just cutting it lower down below, and then I'm creating a line all the way across to see where I want to start fading up. So cutting it all the way across. You will see the line soon. So if you can't see it now, I'm gonna point it out right there. So it's going all the way across. That's how I want it. So I'm gonna start from that starter line basically, and I'm gonna start fading it from right there. So now I'm putting my one guard back on, and then I'm gonna go against the grain and up. And the lever is up when I do this, so I'm cutting it, and you can see that I'm starting to create another line. As you can see up there, it's a little bit darker up there, so I created that line. So now what I'm gonna do is brush that down to see where I'm at. It looks pretty decent, pretty good, can't complain. And I want to try to get that little line that I created as my base. So I want to go with a 0. That guard is a 0. If I'm not mistaken, it's a 0, not a 00, but it's a 0. So basically what I'm doing with that guard is knocking that hard line that I created to start my fade. I'm knocking that on out with that guard. And then when I get done with that, I'm going to turn the clippers over, and then I'm going to hit the top of the dark spot to smooth it into the fade. So basically I'm blending it in with the rest of the hair so it looks like it's just blending straight all the way up. And I'm sorry about it being blocked, but you'll see it when I'm done. But you see, I knocked that little line down, knocked it on out the way. So now I'm just working on the fade, cutting and going as I go. So basically you just stare at that starter line and the second line and just make sure that's where you want your hair to fade at. So I brushed it. Now I'm making sure everything looks good. I think I want to hit that top corner down some. It looks a little dark. Don't want it too dark. Just want it to be just right so it all looks faded in together. See how I knocked that down? It looks pretty good. And then the other thing, guys, that light that I had on me, man, that thing was hot. I started sweating as I was cutting. But I'm going back in and I'm just lining everything up. Well, not lining, but fading everything back. And so far, so good. Looks good to me. I can't complain. I like doing my fade on the side of my head. That's the best thing. That's the best part of me having my dreadlocks is my fade. It just reminds me of a low haircut. And it reminds me of, at least I'm still cutting something on my head. So basically what I did is I went and grabbed a 2 guard. And what I'm going to do is just, knock my mustache down some because I created the line down there as well. So I want to knock that down and have it fading up into the fade so that way it looks good. You don't want to be walking around with a hard line on your freaking mustache. So that's basically what I'm working with. I'm brushing that out. Looks good so far. I'm going to do the other side, but I don't think I'm going to record most of it because you've seen how I did the other side. So I'm going to record a little bit of it and then I'm going to come back to it. Alright, so now I'm getting ready for my lineup. So basically what I'm showing you there is my T outliners. And basically I'm showing you I'm going to cut all the way across, down and around, just like that. And I'm going to show you guys how I do it. Hopefully it shows real good how I did it. So basically I'm going to create my starter line. And as you're doing it, man, you just want to make sure you just focus on where your beginning starter line is when you first start your line for the front of your head. So that way, it's just like a guideline for like a fade, pretty much. But it's going to be your guideline for your hairline. So I'm not going to push my hair back. I'm just going to keep cutting it. It looks pretty decent so far. So I'm just going to keep cutting it and cutting it. So now that I got like the front right side done pretty much, I'm going to go to the side and then I'm going to grab it and push forward just like that. Look at it. And then I grab my forehead. Basically what it does, it just pulls my line over so that way I can see it more. So that's why I pull my skin like that. And that's the side right there. Looks good. And then basically now what I'm going to do is create my roundabout line. I don't know how it's called or what it's called, but basically I'm just going to round that off the way I like it, just like that. And then I'm going to start in my mustache and bring it up to meet where I stopped at. So I'm almost there. I did it, and now I'm finna start at the mustache and bring it up. Just like that. I'm pretty focused, guys, because I don't want to mess up. If I mess up, I gotta cut my whole freaking facial hair. There's no point in trying to save it, because I don't want it thin, I don't want it small, I want it just the way I have it. So basically, I'm just focusing back on that line, getting it crispy, so I can stay dripping, you know what I'm saying? Drip, drip, all day long. But yeah, it took me a minute, guys, but I got that line looking the exactly way I wanted it. So now I'm a little bit done with the line. Looks pretty good. That's how I do it right there. And then see, I did the other side. Well, I haven't freaking lined it up. I just faded it. I told you guys that I'll come back and show y'all that I faded it. And now I'm focusing on the next side to line up. On one of these sides, man, I look like I'm going bald in one spot, but I don't know what's going on, but hey, oh well, so be it. I still got hair right there. But yeah, following that guideline all the way across, straight line almost. I think I got a little bit more to touch. Right there, and then basically what I'm gonna do is catch that side and push forward. Just like that. Boy, that boy looking clean. Sharper than a casting. And then guys, I'm gonna come back. Bam, bam. You see it? Creating that line. Creating that line. That thing is looking crispy. Woo, boy, let me look at that. Let me take a step back. Bam. Okay, I'm in there like swimwear. That boy looking fresher than ever, boy. Man, that's how I do my lineup, guys. That's how I line everything up. I always go back and do touch-ups of where I need to and what I need to touch up. Now, guys, it's very easy to do this. If you ever need help, make sure you hit me in my comments, and I would be glad to walk you through anything or answer any questions that you guys need. But there it is. Breezy got that fade in that line. Let's go. You already know. Simple. Well, guys, there you have it. That is how I do my fade and how I do my lineup. I mean, it's basic, simple, guys. I mean, it's real easy. It saves you a lot of money to have to go to the barbershop, which I am a barber myself, and it's easy, man. If you can draw a straight line, man, you can do your edge all the way across straight. I mean, look at that. Bam, crisp. Came through dripping. Drip, drip. I mean, but yeah, that's how I do my lineup and my fade.